The condition of man is a condition of war of everyone against everyone. The characters of man's heart, blotted and confounded as they are with dissembling, lying, counterfeiting, and erroneous doctrines, are legible only to him that searcheth hearts. Humans are driven by a perpetual and restless desire of power. The secret thoughts of a man run over all things, holy, profane, clean, obscene, grave, and light, without shame or blame. If any two men desire the same thing, which nevertheless they cannot both enjoy, they become enemies. For such is the nature of man, that howsoever they may acknowledge many others to be more witty, or more eloquent, or more learned, yet they will hardly believe there be many so wise as themselves, for they see their own wit at hand, and other men's at a distance. The passions of men are commonly more potent than their reason. For to accuse requires less eloquence, such is man's nature, than to excuse, and condemnation than absolution more resembles justice. The object of man's desire is not to enjoy once only, and for one instant of time, but to assure forever the way of his future desires. Knowledge is power. Let a man, as most men do, rate themselves as the highest value they can, yet their true value is no more than it is esteemed by others. Words are the counters of wise men and the money of fools. Look not at the greatness of the evil past, but the greatness of the good to follow. So easy are men to be drawn to believe anything from such men as have gotten credit with them, and can with gentleness and dexterity take hold of their fear and ignorance. Men measure not only other men but all other things by themselves. The present only has a being in nature. Things past have a being in the memory only. But things to come have no being at all, the future but a fiction of the mind. Desire of praise disposeth to laudable actions. The original of all great and lasting societies considered not in the mutual goodwill men had toward each other, but in the mutual fear they had of each other. The oath adds nothing to the obligation, for a covenant, if lawful, binds in the sight of God, without the oath as much as with it. If unlawful, bindeth not at all, though it be confirmed with an oath. And covenants without the sword are but words, and of no strength to secure a man at all. Life is nasty, brutish, and short, for it can never be that war shall preserve life, and peace destroy it. When all the world is overcharged with inhabitants, then the last remedy of all is war, which provideth for every man by victory or death. Force and fraud are in war the two cardinal virtues. Good and evil are names that signify our appetites and aversions, which in different tempers, customs, and doctrines of men are different. And diverse men differ not only in their judgment on the senses of what is pleasant and unpleasant to the taste, smell, hearing, touch, and sight, but also of what is conformable or disagreeable to reason in the actions of the common life. Nay, the same man in diverse times differs from himself, and one time praiseth, that is, calleth good, what another time he dispraiseth, and calleth evil. The source of every crime is some defect of the understanding, or some error in reasoning, or some sudden force of the passions. Defect in the understanding is ignorance, in reasoning, erroneous opinion. Curiosity is the lust of the mind. The most noble and profitable invention of all other was that of speech, consisting of names or appellations, and their connections, whereby men register their thoughts, recall them when they are past, and also declare them one to another for mutual utility and conversation, without which there had been amongst men neither commonwealth, nor society, nor contract, nor peace, no more than amongst lions, bears, and wolves. It is one thing to desire, another to be in capacity fit for what we desire. And covenants without the sword are but words, and of no strength to secure a man at all. The first and fundamental law of nature, which is to seek peace and follow it. How could a state be governed or protected in its foreign relations if every individual remained free to obey or not to obey the law according to his private opinion?